Greetings, everyone. Well, this is Arndelft. So, Vermintide 2 has officially released, and I have been playing through the open beta for a while. First thing I did was go and play the dwarf, and started, and by the open beta, I mean the pre-release beta. But I went and played the dwarf, and I got straight to the Slayer. The moment the Slayer was available, I've been spamming the Slayer, and been having a fragging crap ton of fun. Now, mind you, I do plan to get into the other races. And goodness knows, in Vermintide 1, the elf was by far my favorite character. But having a chance to play the Slayer is just too good an opportunity to pass up. And by the time the game actually came out, I only had a level 15 Slayer, but still, decent level. And then I'll just, if you haven't seen the trailer yet, I'll just go ahead and play it for you so that, you can see. Anyway, so just watch this. Okay, so as you can freaking see, that is awesome. I mean, like, really freaking awesome. One of my favorite parts was definitely this one. I was all thinking, oh, this smoky stuff, that's something of Sienna's, and it's, something that she's about to ignite. And then that part just gave me chills. I've never even seen this type of trailer before, but it is so cool. It is so cool. I'm freaking loving this kind of trailer. And just, and then this next sequence. At first, these freaking warp flame buggers. As the Slayer, I can, attest to the fact that when you get hit by one of these things, even if you're the Slayer and you're jumping, leaping towards it, it instantly knocks you back. That's one thing I've noticed that's really weak about the Slayer's leap ability. Even if you're leaping at the stupid assassin rat, or you're leaping at the warp flame thing, you get knocked back because it doesn't have much upward leap or anything, which is something that's really annoying. But in this next sequence, it shows you the actual leap is supposed to. I mean, look how high up he is. He's just right up above that flame. And there's no upward leap with the Slayer, which is irritating, but and then you'll lose. Against anything that knocks you back when you're leaping as the Slayer, you'll always be the one who gets knocked back, which to me is really irritating, but, whatever. This scene honestly made me laugh so hard first time I saw it. I just cracked up. And during these beginning sequences, you really feel the despair. Like, how are they ever gonna win this? And this, like, you never actually see these guards fighting. You never get to them in time to see them actually alive or anything. They're always dead. But at least during this sequence, even though it's a freeze frame, you get to see them actually alive, mounting a desperate defense, which is probably going to fail any moment now. And then you get to see, oh, they're extra screwed. They're extra freaking screwed. And then you're just like, holy crap! No wonder they're always dead by the time you get to them. Overwhelming numbers, plus never being prepared. But, anyways, though, and then there's this whole, all this gore, the guy being dragged away by the Packmaster, and then boom! Slayer up front and personal. Oh, and I love the fact that I picked the Slayer, and they did the skin for him in this freeze frame trailer as the Slayer. And I'm just like, is that the actual storyline they're going to go with? Barden took the Slayer oath? And then in this one, notice how he's got his axe upraised again, and then he's got an eye patch. And his axe is pointed right at that troll. Slayers, they just pick out the biggest dang thing and they go for it. And I have to say, every time I see the biggest thing on the battlefield, that is essentially what I do with the Slayer. I'm just like, alright, leaping at that thing. Even if it's like a crap ton of enemies, I'll just be like, adios, suckers! I got something to slay. And then I'm off. I'm just gone. And this whole sequence here, at the same time they're showing like the desperation of the battle, and yet you get this feeling of inevitable victory for these five because they're just so fragging awesome. But anyway, the only thing I don't like about Vermintide 2 right now is strictly the power leveling system of the items, because instead of it being a leveling thing, like your level decides what difficulty you can go to in difficulty level on your missions, it's these power leveling thing on your gear. And what's more is it doesn't say how much damage any of your gear does. The only thing that really translated over from Vermintide 1 is some of the traits that your abilities have did translate over successfully and whatnot. Not exactly the same way, of course, but that's about the only thing that translated over. And not being able to actually know the damage of your weapons and stuff, that is bothering me, that they've sort of replaced it with this power leveling thing. And I don't really fully understand the power leveling thing, besides the fact it dictates what difficulty tier you can go up to. And that to me is just annoying. And I want to know what damage my weapons are doing exactly. And it doesn't say that yet. And I'm wondering if they're just going to expand on the system or if they're going to build on it or what. But as far as I'm concerned, that is completely incomplete right now. It's not finished. So hopefully we'll get to see that finished soon, and we'll get to actually experience the full you know, gear system of Vermintide 2. Because currently I consider the gear system in Vermintide 1 to be vastly superior. Just because I can actually figure out what my freaking gear damage was and just blah. Anyway. Alright everyone, if you would leave in the comment section below any feedback that you have, what your thoughts on this trailer was, my review, all of that, comment section below, let me know. And if you just actually enjoyed this trailer, I will leave a link for it in the description. Please go show it some support. This trailer was awesome. Oh, besides that, well, and if you did enjoy my review, and please go ahead and leave the video a like. And if you enjoy this kind of content, please consider subscribing. In any case, don't get into too much trouble, or it's always up to you. Toodles.